Hello students. In last class, exercise 2.1, we have solved few questions. Now, today I am going to explain question number 4. It is given, a train travels a distance of 480 km at a uniform speed. If the speed had been 8 km per hour less, then it would have been taken 3 hours more to cover the same distance. Okay, means what they are saying? The distance is 480 kilometer, and if we decrease, the speed has been 8 kilometer per hour less, means when we decrease the speed, it takes 3 hours more. Then find the speed of train. It is very simple. Just look at here. First, let the speed of train is x kilometer per hour. Okay, speed of train equals to x kilometer per hour. Then when we decrease its speed, when you decrease the speed will become as what? Decrease the speed, then it will come x minus 8 kilometer. Okay, then after, you know what is the relation between speed, time and distance? Distance is already given as what? Distance is given as 480 kilometer. Is it? Distance equals to 480 kilometer. Okay, now I'm asking to you distance, speed and time. That is a very simple thing you just keep in your mind. If it is drawn like that, one triangle we have to draw just like this. We know speed, put here S, D, T. Then you remember it. When you find S, then S equals to become as D upon T. When you find time, then time equals to D upon S. And distance equals to speed into time. Okay, you got my point? When you have to find that speed, the formula will become as D upon T, distance upon time. If you want to find the time, then it's become distance upon speed. If you want to find distance, then distance equals to speed into time. Okay, one more thing you just keep in your mind. Suppose it is given as 100 and 100. Okay, here I divide 100 by 10 and that side I divide 100 by 2. Which one is greater? Yes, you write that digit will be greater because it become as a 10 and it become as 50. Okay, what is the conclusion of that? Conclusion of that, if the denominator is less, then the number is greater. When the numerator are same and denominator is less, then the number is greater. Okay, this both the funda we are using in that question. How can we use it? Look at here. Okay, your distance is given as 480. Yes, distance equals to 480 kilometers. Okay, now in case number 1, when your speed is x kilometer, then suppose you have taken the t1 time, then t1 equals to what? It become as 480 upon x. Okay, when your time become, your speed is 8 kilometer less, when your speed is 8 kilometer less, then suppose you have taken t2 time, Then T2 equals to 480 upon x minus 8. Okay. Just keep one thing in your mind, that the difference between, if you decrease your speed, you have to take 3 hours more to complete the distance. Okay. And another thing, always subtract smaller number from the greater number. And here, which one is greater? Yes, when the denominator is less, the number is greater. So we subtract 480 upon x minus 8 minus 480 upon x equals to 3, because the difference between their time is what? 3 hours. So we can write this equals to 3. Then just take the LCM. LCM will come as x minus 8. Multiply 480 by this. Then 480x minus 480x minus 480 bracket x minus 8. You have to make only equation. Don't put with the solution. Solution we are going to be in next exercise. Okay? No. Then again it's come as 480x minus 480x into 3. What comes? 0, 3 8s are 24, carry 2, 12, 14 equals to 3x square minus 24x. Okay? Then 480 plus 480 minus, both are cancel out, and your equation become as 3x square minus 24x minus 1440. That is your equation. I hope you understand. Just revise the thing. First of all, let the speed is x kilometer. When you decrease the speed, it become as x minus 8 kilometer per hour. Then after, distance is given as 480 kilometer. Now, T1, time equals to what? Distance upon speed. So 480 upon is x. Then another time, 480 upon x minus 8. Then after, subtract this value. Your answer will be 3. Just do the calculation, then you get the answer 3x square minus 24x minus 1440. Okay, let's see the new exercise. What is given in our next one is the solution of quadratic equation by factorization method. Okay, now factorization method. What is the factorization method? You have already studied in chapter number 2. Which method you have studied? You have studied splitting the middle term. Okay. So according to splitting the middle term, we are go with the questions and solving. Just these all are the example has given. Yes. Exercise 4.2 factorization method. Before starting factorization method, just keep few things in your mind for solving the quadratic equation. Okay, quadratic equation, if you want to solve the quadratic equation, there are 3 ways to solve an equation. First method is what? Splitting the middle term or factorization method. Okay, factorization method. Second one is what? Completing the square. Second one is completing the square method. Okay. That method is deduct from your course, but you have to learn this also. Completing the square. And last one method is called as formula method. Formula method. These are the three methods which we are going to study. So first one method is what? Factorization method. In factorization method, we are simply solving the equation by splitting the middle term. Okay. In factorization method, we are using splitting the middle term method. What is the splitting the middle term? Suppose any question has given x square, then minus 3x minus 10. X square minus 3x minus 10 equals to 0. Then just find two numbers whose multiplication is minus 10 and plus minus is minus 3. 5 2s are 10 and 5 minus 2, 3. So x square minus 5x plus 2x minus 10 equals to 0. Then make the pair of it. One pair is that, another pair is this. Okay. Take x as common. Then x minus 5. Take plus 2 as common. Then x minus 5 equals to 0. So it becomes as, yeah, I know, you mark it. Okay. Then x plus 2, x minus 5 equals to 0. After that, you just put x plus 2 equals to 0 and x minus 5 equals to 0. X plus 2 equals to 0, and so you got x is equals to minus 2. Then x minus 5 equals to 0. Then you get x is equals to, okay, understood? I hope the factorization method is also clear to you. Is it? Now we go with the exercise 4.2. Just solve the question number 1. Okay, only question number 1. In my next video, we are going to solve the remaining word problems. Okay, have a good day.